Hey folks, in this video I wanted to share with you guys 5 things we learned as beginners taking our first trip to Whistler Bike Park. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody hitting like on the videos, commenting on the videos, and hitting subscribe. As of the time of recording this video, we're at almost 300 subscribers at this point, so it's really exciting for us to see this channel grow. Now, Whistler Bike Park is potentially the best bike park in the world. It's a world-class resort, it has a ton of terrain, and it's got a great vibe there as well. Now I gotta admit, it was a little bit intimidating going to Whistler Bike Park for the first time to actually use the bike park. We'd been to Whistler a number of times before for vacation, however this was the first time actually going to use the bike park. And so you see everybody who's walking around the village in all their bike gear and they look like pros, and then here we are, our first time. So I thought these are 5 things that we took away from the trip that I think will be helpful for somebody else who's in the same position, just getting into mountain biking and visiting Whistler Bike Park for the first time. All right, first point, the green run, easy does it for beginners is plenty. You might think that because it's a green run, you'll just hit it once and then you'll move on from there. It's actually a really long run, so it could be over 20 minutes long if you're taking breaks along the way and having some water here and there. There's tons of features on there. There's berms all over the place, and there is jumps all over the place. So for anybody who's a beginner or even intermediate, you'll have tons of fun on there. You could spend at least half a day there, if not the entire day there, just trying to master that one run. Second point is to learn to load your bike quickly. Now, as the lift comes around to pick you up and you get into position to load up your bike, just be ready with your bike. Hop on there, load your tire in really quickly, and then go ahead and line up to the line and sit down and get ready to go. If you have a child with you, like I did as well, where I had to load up his bike, then it was really important for me to get my bike loaded really quickly so that I could get his bike loaded on as well. Yes, there is lifties there that can help you out. I just think that they start to look a little bit nervous when you're taking a little bit too long to get your bike loaded up. So it'd be really helpful for everybody if you learn and get used to loading up your bike really quickly. Next point is you might consider renting a full suspension bike from the bike park if you don't have a full suspension bike or let alone a trail bike. They did have signs around that warned against using cross-country bikes on the bike park there, and the boys do have cross-country bikes. My bike is a little bit more of a trail bike, but all of our bikes are hardtails. And I can say by the end of the day, I was starting to feel sore from just the amount of effort that it takes to ride a hardtail going over bumps and features and whatnot. It would be worth considering checking out a rental where you can get a really nice spec'd bike to do the trails with. If you're going for multiple days, I think this will save you a lot of fatigue. Next point is making sure you have all your protection. You want knee pads, elbow pads, and a good helmet. You might even want to consider getting a full face helmet as well. Even if you're a beginner and you're just riding the green trails, there's plenty of opportunities to crash and you'll be glad you have that protection. There's lots of people up there with chest plates and with neck braces as well. Those people are probably riding more aggressively, but if you feel unsure, you may even want to consider renting that kind of stuff from the bike park as well. So my last point is actually not about the bike park itself, but about Whistler Village. And the point is that the food and the gear in the village isn't as expensive as you might think. We took a walk around and we were shopping through the stores a little bit, looking at gear, and it wasn't overly priced. It wasn't the cheapest that you could buy the gear. However, for being in an opportunistic place, it wasn't a complete ripoff to look at the gear there. So if you left home without pads or without a helmet or something like that, I'm sure you could pick up something that isn't necessarily the cheapest, but you won't be overpaying by too much by having to buy it at Whistler Village. And the same goes for food. You might think that Whistler Village, because it has world-class restaurants, everything's gonna be expensive, but that's not the case. There's plenty of places where if you wanna spend money on food, you'll be able to. However, there's moderately priced family restaurants and there are fast food places there as well. So there's plenty of options to be able to eat without having to spend a whole lot of money if you're bringing up your whole family there. So that's it for this video. If you do like this content, hit like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.